I'm Crafty Kate and I run a small crochet business. On this channel we talk all things yarn and crochet. For this video I'm going to take you through several patterns that I made for the first time this week and do a little review for you guys, what I thought of the patterns and things I had to change, stuff like that. So I have a whole list of things to show you. And then also I went on a big hike yesterday to the top of a 12,000 foot mountain. I got a little bit of a sunburn here, but I will have some clips of that towards the end. We saw some cool animals and had a blast, so I will share some of that towards the end of the video. And before we get going with the patterns, I did want to share I finally got my Premiere order, so I will do a quick unboxing of that, and then we will jump into the patterns. Okay, so here is my Premiere yarn order that I just got. So like I've said in other videos, I got some little bunny to try. So these are the three colors I got: black, white, and pink. And they are so soft and fuzzy. It is a little bit thinner than I thought, so that will be interesting to use, but so cute. Very excited to make stuff with those. And then these are all the Parfait Plush colors that I got. So we got the pretty dark green, the two different colors of gray, dark brown, tan, light pink, and the cream color. I will be doing a review of these in another video, I think. But yeah, I got some colors to go with my Elise Veludo. Since Elise Veludo doesn't have great grays, I got those. So yeah, that is my Premiere order. Very excited. Let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions for things I should try to make with these. I got bubblegum, black, and white. So those are the three that I got. I was thinking like a panda. I don't know what else. So let me know down in the comments what you think I should make with these for my little bunny review video. Okay, so now we'll jump into the pattern reviews, and I have some notes down here, so I'll probably be looking down quite a bit, but I'm very excited to share with you everything that I made. I had a lot of fun making all of these guys. So we'll start with this little cutie. This is an Otter snuggler by Just a Mom Crocheting. And he's just adorable. I love him so much. So let's see. I used Premier Basix Chenille for everything except the little rock. This is Elise Veludo. I used a 6.5mm hook. He's a snuggler, so he's not stuffed at all. And then, so these are 14mm eyes. And then as far as the pattern goes, I did not change anything about this one. Everything lined up just fine. There is a little bit of sewing. You surface crochet on the ears, but you sew the head to the body, and then you sew the arms on, and you sew the legs on, and then you sew the little rock in between his hands. And there's not really a way to crochet in the legs on this one because they are going opposite the row lines, if that makes sense. So you do have to sew on this one, but I think it's worth it. I don't mind sewing if it means putting things in the right place. So a little bit of sewing on this guy, but he is so cute, and I am obsessed with how he turned out. Just a cute little snuggle guy. He's adorable. So I did a couple more patterns by Just a Mom Crocheting. She had a sale the other day, so I bought a whole bunch, so I wanted to make some of them. So the next one is also by Just a Mom Crocheting, and it's a mini version of the Big Otter. So here's this guy. Look how tiny. So this one, oh, and I'm also going to tell you how much I'm going to charge for these guys, and I will of course have all the patterns linked down in the description. So this guy I wrote down $25. I make several snugglers by her that are all similar size, and I charge $25 for those. So $25 for this guy. So here's the little mini one, and this one is stuffed. I used Parfait Chunky on this one and a 4.5mm hook. Let's see. I used 10mm eyes, and this one is completely no sew, which is awesome. And I also did not change anything with this one. All the bobbles and everything lined up. Hello. Did you want to help? Hi. Thank you. What's that? You don't know? You're a goofball. Can I help you? Anyway, anyway, so he's super fast, just a couple color changes in the head, and then you just embroider on the little nose. So he was very quick, so I'm going to charge $10 for this little cutie, and I had so much fun making him. And because I used Parfait Chunky and Basix Chenille, the colors kind of match, so it's like a little baby. I had so much fun with these two, so they are so cute. Oh, and the ears are surface crocheted on this one, so adorable. I just love them so much. Okay, and then the last one I did by Just a Mom Crocheting, I bought her little mini bird pack that comes with a hummingbird, a bluebird, a woodpecker, and a cardinal. And I've been really wanting to make the hummingbird, so I tried it out and I made the little hummingbird. So cute. I am obsessed with this pattern. So quick and fun. So I used Parfait Chunky for this one as well. 4.5mm hook, 10mm eyes, and it is completely no-sew. You make the beak in the round and then obviously the baubles and the tail and everything. And the way she has you close it up is, well, fuzzies. The way she has you close it up is different. I've never done that before, but it turns out so cute. And this will actually sit on its own, which I thought was so cute. So it can be like a little desk buddy or sit on a shelf, which I thought was so cool. So I will definitely be making more of these. I am in love with him. Let's see. So yeah, this one is super quick as well and doesn't use a ton of yarn or anything. So I'm going to charge $10 for this one. Here's in comparison to the little Otter. Very similar size. I love all her little minis. So cute. Also, the Otter snuggler and the Otter mini comes with a platypus snuggler and a platypus mini. So it's like a little pack of patterns. So, and then the birds, like I said, has 4 different birds in it. So absolutely love all of her patterns. I haven't found one yet that I didn't like, and I sell a lot of them. So very excited for these new guys to be added. So that's all my Just a Mom Crocheting patterns. And then, I think I mentioned in a previous video, I recently joined Madeline Mayco's Patreon, so I got a whole bunch of her patterns, and I've been wanting to make a dog. Some people on my PalmStreet requested dogs, so she has a little puppy pattern that I have been excited to try, so I finally did it. So here is the puppy. I think it's called Patches, the puppy, but I will have it linked down below. So here's this guy. So for this one, I used Elise Voluto and a 6.5mm hook. Let's see, 14mm eyes. I'm not sure what size this nose is. I just have a bunch of them I'm trying to use up. And then it also looks really cute with just an embroidered nose. But I thought the little plastic nose was cute. And I didn't follow the spot pattern exactly. I didn't want to do tons and tons of color changes. So I kind of did my own spot pattern. But I did follow the head spots and the leg spots. And then there's a spot on the tail. So there's that guy. What else can I tell you? I'm going to charge $30 for this guy because he is a lot of pieces. He is low sew. So you make all the pieces first and then you crochet in the tail, the legs, the arms, and the head and body is all one piece. So you don't have to sew the head on, but you do have to sew this little muzzle on and you have to sew the ears on. And the ears, she didn't have the best pictures for where to put the ears, but I was able to figure it out. And then you just kind of tack them back to give them a little definition. But I think he turned out absolutely adorable, and I'm so excited to have him in my lineup and in my shop. So yeah, and he's Elise Voluto, so he's extra soft and snuggly. So cute. I will also have my Elise Voluto link down in the description for hobbyshoppy.com. Like I've said in the past, I'm an affiliate for them now. So, and they are my favorite because you do get free shipping if you spend $99. And I just got my order in and did not have to pay any tariffs or anything like that. There were no extra fees. So that will be linked down in the description if you're interested in trying Elise Voluto. It is my absolute favorite yarn. So there is that little guy. So cute. $30 for him. Okay, and then I have I've recently gotten some ferret patterns and I've been really excited to try them. So I made 2 different ferrets. So I have some fun ferrets to share with you. I'm going to save my favorite for last. So here is the first one. This is the Floppy ferret from the Crochet Cloud. So here is this guy. He's so cute. So I ended up weighting him. So he has the poly pellets in a little pantyhose sock thing in there. So he's not as floppy as some that I've seen, but he does have some weight in there, and he's a little squishy like a Beanie Baby. So thought that was fun. And then this one, I have lots and lots of changes to the pattern. Like I said earlier, I'm not against sewing if it makes sense and it makes it look right. But if there's a way to crochet it in, I would much rather crochet it in. And most of these pieces lined up perfectly to be crocheted in, but the pattern has you sew. So I changed a whole bunch with this one, and I have all the notes. So if you're interested in making this pattern, this is her mini floppy ferret. Save this video so you have all this information for when you make it, because it made it a whole lot easier. So first of all, I used Parfait Chunky and Baby Bear. So this cream is actually Baby Bear, like the original Baby Bear from Joann's. I have a little skein left that I'm trying to use up, so you can no longer get this exact yarn, but Parfait Chunky, I used Parfait Chunky for the dark brown, so you can do that, no problem. And then I used a 4.5mm hook, 10mm eyes. Okay, so let's get into the changes that I made for this guy to make him a little bit easier. So you make all the little pieces first, so the ears, the arms, and the tail, because those are the pieces that have to be sewn on that I changed to be crochet in. So you just make the ears like normal, make the tail like normal, and then the arms, the only thing I changed was the very last row, the very last 2 stitches, I did a decrease to make it 4 stitches instead of 5. That way you have 2 to crochet through instead of an odd number. So that's what I did for the arms. And then when I made the head in row 7 is where I crocheted the ears in. And I did 3 stitches apart and just lined them up with the eyes. So I think in the pattern it says to sew them on 2 stitches apart, so it really just depends on where you put your eyes. Just line them up with the eyes and center them over the top of the head in row 7. So that's where I put the ears. And then for the body, the feet are obviously crocheted in, so then when you get to row 4, I crocheted in the tail with the last 3 stitches of row 4, and you might have to change that just to make it centered. So wherever it lines up centered for you in row 4 is where you should put the tail. And then for the arms, I did row 16 and through crocheting through both sides of the arm into the body. So it's 2 stitches, and then I did 4 stitches in between across the front, and that lined up for me. So you'll just have to figure out where yours lines up with the legs, and then 4 stitches in between, and that turned out perfect. All you have to sew on is the head to the body, and then he is all done. So crocheting in all the pieces definitely made it go a lot faster and super cute. So and then as far as the price for this guy, because he is weighted and that costs a bit more for me to do, I'm going to charge $25 for this guy. And then if I make a non-weighted one, I'm thinking $22. I know he is tiny, so we'll just kind of see how that goes. And if he takes a while to sell, I might reduce it. But he is quite a project, even though he's tiny. He has a lot of pieces, a lot of stuff going on. So I think $25 will be great. So that is my cute little floppy ferret, little fun one. I love this one's face, and I did do the face shaping. She has a video for face shaping. I did do that for this little guy, and I think it made him extra cute. So there's that one. Okay, and then my favorite I saved for last. So this is the new pattern from the Crochet Zoologist. When she came out with this, I put in for the pattern test and I was really excited, but I didn't get the pattern test, so I ended up buying this pattern and I love it so much. I will definitely be making more of these guys. So here he is. I just love him, and he sits on his own with his little tail, and he's just perfect. So I'm obsessed. I want to make a bunch of colors with this. So cute. So this one is a black-footed ferret, and she does like a little, black-footed ferrets are endangered, so, and they're actually native to the US, which I thought was really cool. I actually didn't know that. And she has like a little sheet telling you all about them and how you can help them come back and all that fun stuff. So love that. So let's see, I used Elise Veludo for this guy, and this one I used a 6mm hook. I'm kind of rotating between 6mm and 6.5 to see what I like better. But for the most part, they end up really similar tension wise. So 6mm for this guy, and then keep losing my spot. He has 12mm eyes, and then you embroider on the little nose. He is low sew. So you crochet in the tail, you crochet in these bottom feet. She has a cool way of doing the bottom feet. And then you crochet in the arms, the ears are crocheted in, and then all you have to sew is the head to the body, which I thought was awesome. So I didn't have to change anything on this guy. And I just love that he stands up on his own, but also is like floppy and cute. So this one I'm planning on charging $30 just because he is rather large and a lot of pieces. So yeah, these will be added to my Etsy and available on my PalmStreet. I'm planning on making a made to order listing for this guy because I love him so much and I wouldn't mind making tons of these. So that is my final pattern for the pattern reviews, and I'm totally in love with all of them. So I had a blast with these. I hope you found something that you liked or want to try. Okay, and then a quick little update. I am going live on PalmStreet on Saturday. This video comes out on Friday, so it should be tomorrow for you guys at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I'm going to be showing all my new makes, obviously, and doing the little chatting. It's going to be another kind of laid back one, but I am going to show my makes and go over some stuff. And then we'll probably do some crocheting. So if you guys want to come hang out with me and see my stuff, that would be fantastic. I love to see you guys over there. And also if we hit 100 bookmarks like normal, I will do a giveaway. I think we're at like 42 right now. So if you want to go bookmark it before the live, that would be fantastic. See if we can hit 100 again. I think the last live, the laid back one, we hit 52, so not quite to 100, but still a good amount, so that was exciting. So yeah, I'd love to see you guys for that PalmStreet. And other than that, let's do an otter emoji down in the comments for making it to the end of the video. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me. And as promised, I will show you some clips from our hike yesterday. The mountain is called Bald Mountain in Utah, and it is almost 12,000 feet tall, and we hiked all the way to the top. I went with my mom and some friends, and we saw some mountain goats really far away that I got a little video of. They're kind of hard to see, but I still thought it was neat to have the video. And then we saw some little pikas, which are the little rodents that live up high in high elevation, and they kind of look like little chinchillas. They were so cute. That was my first time seeing those, and we just had a blast. So here are some clips of that, and thank you all for being here, and don't forget to subscribe if you like content like this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!